Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Well, the drivers of the GT4 Special Stage Series are trading in their American courses. They're going across the pond. We are in beautiful, virtual IMOLA, Italy, in the Emilia-Romagna region. Very, very, very cool stuff here out in Italy. You got pizza, you got pasta. You got legendary racetracks here like the Imola circuit. You've also got Monza as well. So Italy, rich in racing roots. Today, the GT4 drivers are going to be driving a very familiar system here at Imola. We've got two 20-minute heats in store. We'll get to that in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mac Nelson. I will be your lone voice in the booth here tonight on behalf of Racer Nexus. It's going to be a very, very fun event. This is week number 3, round 3 of 8 here in the Special Stage GT4 Series. We are at Imola. Next week, we will be at New Hampshire, so just a very, very short trip over to Italy. As you see a picture of the Brazilian legend there, Ayrton Senna. Very, very, very prestigious, iconic. One of the GOATs of Formula One, Ayrton Senna. Absolute blessing to be able to see him race back in the day. Very, very fortunate that film did exist back then. His driving technique is so... It's so smooth yet chaos. It's amazing. Qualifying is finishing up, so we will start our heat race number 1. The grid will follow the qualifying order, obviously, so we will get into that. In P1 is going to be Brody Gunter with Adam Boyce-Lard in P2. Jake Wilshire in P3. Alex Zekas on his outside. Josh Heege, he needs a big day here today in P5. Austin Derrick, P6. Matt Schlosser, the boss man, P7. Brandon Carl, P8. Zach Miller is going to be in P9 with Travis Fleming in P10. Joe Cichetti, Justin Cunningham. As I actually think... I do apologize. I need to check something really quick. Bear with me. It is Joe Cichetti. I apologize. Joe Cichetti. Not Cichetti. I deeply, deeply apologize. So I have got that squared away. It's never going to happen again. It happens here a lot with me. I'm bad with the last names. I apologize. But it will not happen again. As long as I'm notified, it won't happen again. I just need to be told. I'm a yes man at the end of the day. It's just what I do. It's what I am. And what I also am is a fan of racing. And we're going to see that here with the Special Stage GT4s here tonight. We'll pull up the weather for you. It is going to be a nice and warm 73 degrees Fahrenheit with a track temperature of 90 degrees. We're only doing a 20-minute heat here. We're doing 2 of them, like I said. So tire degradation not going to be too much of an issue. It is going to be clear skies with a 24% humidity. Air is going to feel nice and thin. That slipstream, that toe, or what us Americans call the draft, is going to be strong here on that front straight. Key overtaking points are going to be on that front straight, as well as turn 4. That high-speed left-hander before you go down the hill into the double right-hander. It is a very, very common spot to catch somebody slipping who might have took the corner just a little too fast, gets a little bit of understeer. Track limits are going to play a very big part in today's races as well, so be on the lookout for that. As we get set to go here, iRacing official pace car, that beautiful Porsche 911 making its way off the line. And we will start the formation lap here at IMOLA. We'll go through the championship here as we're 2 rounds in. Brody Gunter has a convincing lead in that 0-1 Ford Mustang. Ant Meeperson, who I do not see here tonight, unfortunately, is going to be in P2, but he's going to drop a little bit from not being here tonight. Matt Schlosser, Bossman, in P3 of the championship with 475. Adam Boyce-Lard having 430, and Joe Schicchetti, yes, Joe Schicchetti with 310 points. I had to make sure. I said I wasn't going to do it, so I had to make sure I didn't do it. Now it's going to start rolling off the tongue. Don't you worry. Alex Good going to be in P6 with Tom Monhemius in P7, and it boils down from there. You can look and see where your favorite driver is. As we move down into the penultimate corner, it's going to be a double left-hander. I'm sure people viewing the stream know the classic IMOLA layout, but if you don't, get ready to see it here as they make their way around the final corner here. Brody Gunter will have the button. Here they come. I was getting confused. I was like, dang, they're going slow, but we are green, lights out. Brody Gunter is off and away in his GT4 coming down to turn number 1. He's going to try to make it here quick. It's going to be hard on the brakes for Brody Gunter. Those curbs are going to be very, very detrimental to the bottom of those GT4s. They don't exactly have the same ride height as a GT3. So those cars are not going to be able to eat the curbs like you would see in a GT3 or GTE spec vehicle. Brody Gunter in that number 01, part of Gold Mine Racing. He is out to a fabulous start here as he goes through turn number 4. And that's going to be a spin from Josh Heege. I said at the top of the broadcast he needed a big day, and that is so unlucky for the likes of Josh Heege. Let's go back and take a look. So coming to the first really tricky corner of the circuit on those cold tires. Just getting on the throttle a little too quick. Matt Schlosser good to get out of the way there. Same with those Frito Sport drivers behind. And that's going to be Josh Heege having to start from scratch. I like the onboard look we got going here, so we'll go on board with our only cammed up driver of the night, the number 44 Frito Sports, Zach Miller. As you see, Zach Miller there concentrating, trying to get his car set correctly here for the penultimate corner as we round and finish our first lap. Things seem to be going good for the likes of Zach Miller. It's going even better for our leader, Brody Gunter. Alex Zekas making his way up to third in the JMR, number 49. He is also driving a Ford. I believe that's also a Mustang. Is the GT3 and GT4 both Mustangs? I do believe it is. As it certainly looks like a Mustang. I do, in fact, know that. But that is a very clean-looking car. I get caught up trying to see exactly the fine print of every livery. I like the fine details that the drivers do put on those cars. Alex Zekas joining us all the way from down under in Australia. Going to be your only foreign driver on the grid here tonight. The rest of the drivers here, American, or at least claiming American, on the iRacing flag chooser. Back in my day, it was clubs and you couldn't change it, but, you know, times change, you know what I mean? I'm beginning to get old. But what's not old is Brody Gunter being the fastest guy on track. You see it week after week. That gold mine racing driver performing at his absolute best every single time. The calendar strikes Sunday. He is here. He is very, very quick in that Ford Mustang as you see him taking turns 1 and 2 there. The little left-right chicane to open the lap. And you go down into your first straight here. Into basically another chicane. It's just a chicane if you were to stretch it out really, really big on like Microsoft Paint or something. Adam Boislard getting pressured by Alex Zekas. Adam Boislard in that 06. We see him in a lot of series here in this special stage. Can he get himself a win here tonight? It would be extraordinary for his championship hopes and aspirations. Jake Wilshire, also somebody who has made the rounds this week and previous weeks in the special stage series. He's a street stock guy. I believe he's also an IndyCar guy. So very, very fun to see there out of Jake Wilshire. It's a very, very tight-knit community here at the special stage. It seems like a lot of people run multiple series. Just trying to get the grid count high as we got 12 GT4 drivers here tonight, although leagues are going to be a little underpopulated this weekend with the special event happening, of course, the Daytona 24 hours. Hey, your broadcast voice right here, Mag Nelson. I competed in the 24 hours of Daytona with my team, 4X Racing. We were the number 401 car in one of the lower splits. Very, very good. Very, very... I keep saying very to describe things. I'm sorry. It was a lot of fun. It was really a lot of fun. Endurance racing is a team sport that you didn't really know was so much team orientation stuff, or I guess team oriented stuff. It's very, very good having people over at 4X, or, you know, if you have your own team that you believe in, you like the guys. It's a nice, close-knit, competitive friendship between guys that want to be fast on the simulator. It's a very, very good thing to go endurance racing. It helps you find friends. It helps you build a team. And, you know, the racing just hits different when there's 5 other people relying on you or 3 other people relying on you rather than just yourself. You load into the iRacing official service. You have yourself a fun day, whatever. Get off. It doesn't matter. But with a team endurance race like the Daytona 24 hour, almost at 500. That is NASCAR. That is coming up, though. Like the Daytona 24, it just really helps you become a reliable driver, and it really builds your confidence when you put together a really good stint. So that special event is going to be the reason why leagues are just a little underpopulated this week. I'm sure things will get back to normal. So as we wrap up lap number, I'm pretty sure this is lap number 4. Yes, they are starting lap number 5 here. Brody Gunter is still going to be out to one heck of a lead. Adam Boyslard still trying to get the work done on Alex Zekas. Unfortunately, this is really the only battle happening on track right now. So Alex Zekas in P2 trying to get something done here. We'll go back and take a look at Brandon Carl, who actually went off track a little bit ago. This is going to be in turns 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, really a good overtaking spot if somebody does exactly that. So Brandon Carl, part of the 7730 Sim Sport team in that number 30. A lot of Mustangs out here tonight, and it's a very, very weird thing because we saw at Daytona just yesterday, 2 days ago, you know, for the 24-hour, the Porsche really, really shined. I would think that it would see more love coming from, you know, the league racing communities, but the Mustang still has everybody gripped. Brody Gunter, Alex Zekas, Austin Derrick, Josh Heagy, Brandon Carl, Travis Fleming, Joe Schicchetti, all running Mustangs. Your lone Porsche is unfortunately a driver that didn't even take the grid here tonight, Justin Cunningham in the 31. He selected Porsche. Zach Miller, your on-cam driver, he is in a 44 AMG. And then Matt Schlosser, the boss man, he is always rocking that 400 Aston Martin Vantage, my personal favorite GT4 here. And then the 2 cars ahead of him, Jake Wilshire, Adam Boyslard, are going to be in your BMWs. So very, very interesting car choice here. But all is fine here in the special stage. Especially when we get to watch GT4 cars go round and around. 10 minutes left. These drivers are halfway through heat race number 1. Zach Miller is working on a move on Josh Heagy. Josh Heagy, someone who I said towards the top of the broadcast needed a big day. He always finds himself in good positions near the top, and he just cannot seem to finish them. And it seems to be another story here today for the number 7 Mustang driver. Zach Miller trying to get an angle on him for maybe an overtake. Here we come down into the final 2 corners. As I totally just got that wrong. That is not the final 2 corners. I'm not used to these camera angles. I'm sorry. It looked like the final 2 corners. I apologize. But as we go down and up the hill again, heavy, heavy braking zone here on the final chicane before the 2 final corners. As Zach Miller seemingly hits it well, Josh Heagy seeming to hit it maybe a little better. As I apologize about that. Josh Heagy in that number 7 Red Dog Mustang, trying his best to keep Zach Miller at bay. Zach Miller dropping down as we head down the front straight here. We'll go on board with Zach Miller for this lap here at IMOLA. car there. Zach Miller, the 44 AMG, passing by on screen. Good hot lap from him. If you guys were wondering what gearing, what kind of braking to use on the corners, you can watch that. Zach Miller giving us a good lap there. Brody Gunter still out in front. He's got a 5.6 second lead over Alex Zekas, the Australian driver in that 49. He's up 2 spots, which is, funny enough, going to be our biggest mover of heat race number 1 here. Alex Zekas defending from Adam Boislard. It's been happening for a few laps now. We'll stay on board with this unless something else develops elsewhere. Matt Schlosser is sizing up a move on Austin Derrick, as Matt Schlosser in the Interstellar SRV number 400 Aston Martin Vantage, looking to take advantage of the poor exit there from Austin Derrick. We're coming down the hill, final 2 corners. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Schlosser has the inside line. It's going to be advantage Schlosser. Derrick going to try to get a switchback, but he cannot find the difference in pace. Matt Schlosser getting that move done quick and clean. As we go back and take a look at it, coming down to the corner, Matt Schlosser in that number 400 Aston Martin, as you can see, just sticks to the apex. Just using that gravity of going down the hill towards his advantage. He's not going to worry about pedal input at all. He's just going to muscle that car around the corner. And then accelerates right on time, gets out and gets set for the second corner properly. Very well done by Matt Schlosser there. Alex Zekas still defending from the 06 BMW of Adam Boislard. Here they go into what I believe is, yes, down the hill before we start going back up the hill. I'm not entirely sure what this corner is called. I do apologize about that. I look at the track maps, I learn the track, or I learn the corner names, and then I get on camera, I hit that live, and I cannot remember it for the life of me. I need to pull up a cheat sheet next time. I do apologize. Alex Zekas in the 49 Mustang, working his way down as we are looking to complete lap number 9 here. Only 3.5 minutes left to go in heat race number 1, but don't go anywhere. We will be going live with Heat Race 2 just moments after this race concludes. It's going to be a full field invert, 100% payout on points. So we are going to see an inverted second race, and it is going to be just as impactful on points as this race right here. Alex Zekas still working on Adam Boislard. Last laps are going to be almost identical, only 200ths off for these two drivers. They are practically matching each other. Meanwhile, Brody Gunter is running about 0.3 faster per lap. He's safe. No spin of the tires outside of turn number 5, I believe this is. Turn number 5 sees no swap for the battle of P2 as well. Alex Zekas, Adam Boislard having a very, very close race, as Adam Boislard now going to try to slip down that left side of Alex Zekas. Alex Zekas left the door open and settled it up to pace, and Adam Boislard could not keep up, unfortunately, could not carry enough momentum around the outside. So that is going to be advantage Zekas for now as we take the last chicane through. Looks like Zekas got a little better of a run out of it. That's typically what happens in those sort of situations. Adam Boislard trying to track him down now. He does have the dirty air that is going to make these corners a little bit harder, especially in those GT4s. They don't have the greatest aero design in the world, but they are going to have a little bit of downforce as we see those rear wings coming out to play down the front straight. White flag was in the air. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. You see Barney on the left side of your screen there, just bordering the timing tower. He is waving that white flag. So Brody Gunter, next time across, will be your winner. Assuming something unworldly doesn't happen, which I'm hoping that is not the case. Alex Zekas here on the final lap, still defending from Adam Boyslord into turn number 5 they go. It's all JMR, it's all Night Shift, it's all Alex Zekas here, as he is defending for his life here. Big points outing if he can get P2 here. I believe this is his debut in the GT4 series, so what a debut it would be if he can walk down here to IMOLA and get himself a podium in his first race with, oh no, with the special stage GT4 series, but it's going to be a big blunder. Adam Boyslord could have maybe taken advantage if he would have been prepared. Now through the final chicane, it's going to be bumper to bumper here. Adam Boyslord gets the better run coming down of the final chicane as well. Final 2 corners of the racetrack is a double left-hander. Which side will Boyslord pick? He's going to pick the outside. That's going to be a bold move, but it is not defended. They're going to rub, but it is clean as they head around the final corner. Alex Zekas, becoming the new Minister of Defense in Australia, defends the position, and he is going to finish in P2 here with Adam Boyslord in P3. Don't forget, though, your winner by 9.99 seconds is going to be Brody Gunter in the 01 Mustang. That gold mine racing driver just always gets it done. As he is going to run it into the tire wall. He's going to burn it down right outside turn number 4. And we're going to move to a 3-minute intermission here before we start heat race number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to go grab a snack. I want you to grab a drink. Use the bathroom if you need to, because when we come back, we've got a full field invert. And we've got heat race number 2 here in the special stage GT4 Sunday series on the Racer Nexus broadcast.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
Well, we are back here in the special stage GT4 Sunday series. We're in the Emilia-Romagna region of Imola, Italy, as we are at the Autodromo Nazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari. The Ferrari home track, as a lot say. Although I'm pretty sure they have a private course at their headquarters. I'm not entirely sure if that's, like, true or not. I would assume it's true for, like, almost every single racing team. But who is to say? It's heat race number 2, and like I said, we've got ourselves a full field invert. Remember, guys, for you watching at home, 100% points are being paid out. So with Brody Gunter, your heat race number 1 winner, starting in the back, he needs to get good points here if he wants to win the championship. This isn't just a throwaway race. The winner of the championship will be the guy who can stay consistent across both heat races. We'll take a look at your grid here for heat race number 2. Justin Cunningham and Travis Fleming. Joe Schicchetti and Brandon Carl in row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Zach Miller and Austin Derrick. Row number 4, P7, Josh Heege. P8, the boss man, Matt Schlosser. P9, Jake Wilshire. P10, Adam Boyslard in the Aldi 06, Alex Zekas in P11 with Brody Gunter rounding out your grid. So it'll be a show here to watch these guys from the back get up to the front. How quick will it take them? Will they be able to do it? All eyes on Brody Gunter here, your championship leader. He's won again here tonight. If he can somehow make the last to first happen, it's going to be a bad, bad day for the grid of the special stage GT4 series. They'll be making their way around the corner here soon. It's heat race number 2. We're green here at Imola. Travis Fleming off to a good start. Adam Boyslard will lead the pack of guys that need to get to the front, but Alex Zekas has actually already squeezed through into P6. He's battling Josh Heege right now. Turns 3 and 4, the second chicane. We're 3 wide, coming out of 4. They're beating and banging. Heege is not letting up. Around the corner they go into the straight. Heege has the advantage. Adam Boyslard there also harassing Alex Zekas. It's a bloodbath here in the back. These drivers trying to get up the grid as quick as possible. The number 06, that's going to be Boyslard. He is going to get it done on Alex Zekas. As you can see, we're on board with Zekas. He's going to get cut off a little bit going down the hill into the final right-hander. Before we head up the hill, it's going to be a bad blunder, a bad error from the likes of Adam Boyslard. Travis Fleming has gone around. So Joe Schicchetti leads. Brandon Carl. Zach Miller is going to be in P3 with Jake Wilshire in P4. Alex Zekas now. As we went on board with him for just a second, Alex Zekas there in the 49. trying to get as high up as he can. He's got Brody Gunter here right behind him. It's going to be a battle between these two. Josh Higgy, who desperately needs some results, is currently sitting in P5. As we head across the start-finish line, starting lap number 2, things are surely going to get dicey. Josh Higgy now pressuring Zach Miller. He's going to get out ahead of Zach Miller. Alex Zekas almost running into the back of the number 7 of Josh Higgy. Zach Miller now, our only cammed up driver for the night. He is unfortunately dropping positions fast. He was just in P3. Now he is in P7. Brody Gunter goes around, and Zach Miller in the Frito Sport 44 is going to turn Alex Gunter. Or, I'm sorry, Brody Gunter. Oh, no. We're going to go back and take a look real slow here, coming into the chicane. Brody Gunter's going to have full advantage on Zach Miller. Zach Miller's going to point his nose down to the inside and just turn. Brody Gunter. Oh no, it's happened again for Gunter. The heat race number 2 woes, where it seems like he cannot get all the way back up to the start of the grid. Zach Miller has to be feeling some sort of pressure now. I'm not sure how Brody Gunter's gonna come back from this. He's still in the race. He's still on the track. We'll have to see where he can get. Josh Higgy currently sitting in P3. Alex Zekas right behind him. That battle now with Alex Zekas and Brody Gunter is no more because of the collision between Gunter and Miller there inside of turns number 3 and 4. Heading across the start-finish line now. Again, these top 4 drivers are keeping it very close. Alex Zekas is going to be your fastest driver on track with a 152.16 through turns 1 and 2 now here. As I guess this would technically be turn 3, so I need to be saying 4 and 5 for the other chicane up here. I apologize. This is not a learn-as-you-go environment because you can see the special stage GT4 drivers are putting on a show here. They are in a 4-driver line here. As Brandon Corl and Zach Miller are also wanting to get involved. Do not sleep on the number 400 Aston Martin of Matt Schlosser. He's in a little bit of a battle with Austin Derrick, just like in heat race number 1, but he's trying to keep it clean. He's trying to keep it quick as he ascends his way up here through the grid. Alex Zekas is now leading. I'm not entirely sure how this all happened. Alex Zekas was in 4th, and he is now in 1st. We're going to have to go take a look at that. What in the world has happened? I look away for 1 second, and Alex Zekas has overtaken 3 cars. And he now leads. And gonna be a flash of the lights for Joe Schicchetti. I'm not entirely sure as to what happened there, but Alex Zekas, and now Alex Zekas is gonna get turned by the number 7 of Josh Higgy. Now Josh Higgy is going to lead this race. A guy who I said needs a big night. It could be happening here. The gloves are off in heat race number 2 here in the special stage GT4 series. But before we do that, I have to go look at Alex Zekas here. He was in P4. Look, we'll see what happens. Going through the chicane, he's going to get around Higgy just because Higgy had a bad chicane now. Left-hander as we move to turns number 4 and 5. He's going to get around the BMW of Jake Wilshere. Now he's only got 1 guy to beat, and that 1 guy is going to be the other Frito Sport car, the number 11 of Joe Schicchetti. And that is when he is going to yield here at the chicane. And Alex Zekas in 1 lap, 4th to 1st. And then, unfortunately, Josh Higgy getting into the back of him as we head down to the penultimate corners here. We'll take a look. The double left-hander, Josh Higgy, just cannot get on the brakes. Alex Zekas goes around, doesn't get hit. So he is also still in this race. And then we didn't get to see it, but Jake Wilshire overtook Josh Higgy. And it looks like Josh Higgy being off the racing line, it looks like that was probably because he got some sort of a penalty for the Alex Zekas incident. So giving up the spot, aka giving up time, which indirectly gave up the spot. But now Jake Wilshire in the 95 BMW is going to lead, as he is taking that black and white tuxedo. Mosin. I've been playing too much Arena Breakout, I apologize. Moza Racing, black and white tuxedo wrap on that BMW. As it's going to be BMW versus Ford, as we get down to the final moments here. Zach Miller trying to make a move on Bossman Match Losser. That is not going to fly. Josh Higgy up 8 spots. He is going to be your biggest mover of the day. We'll show you that on screen here. Jake Wilshire gaining 8 positions. Josh Higgy and Match Losser each gaining 5. Adam Boyce-Lard also gaining 4. Brody Gunter is already back in 9th, so he has gained 3 positions. He is on the board. What will he be able to turn that into, as Jake Wilshire and Josh Higgy are side by side? As they head down the hill to the penultimate corner. I do believe that house up on the hill, it would be up and to the left of your view right now. I do believe that's actually an Airbnb you can rent for the Formula 1 races or any races you want to attend. So if you're freakishly rich and find yourself in the Emilia-Romagna region, maybe get yourself a racetrack Airbnb, watch some awesome motorsport racing. 10 minutes to go. We're halfway through our final race of the night here at Imola. Josh Higgy currently leads. Jake Wilshire right behind in P2. Match Losser P3. Zach Miller P4 in the number 44. AMG Joe Shichetti in P5. Adam Boyce-Lard P6. Brandon Carl P7. And Brody Gunter, who is sitting P9, has just ran your fastest lap of the race. So Brody Gunter, he's already caught back up to the field with 10 minutes left. There's a real chance for him to make up some sort of spots, maybe get back into the top 5, maybe top 6. We'll have to see what he can do, but 8th and 7th place are right there staring at him, and I know the young, hungry Gold Mine Racing driver is going to try to take those positions any way he can. But we turn back to the lead. Josh Higgy in that number 7 Ford Mustang, trying to fend off Jake Wilshire, who's currently being battled by our boss man, Match Losser. Match Losser gonna take the inside. He can't make it completely. Gonna have to get on the brakes, kill his momentum a good bit, but Match Losser's gonna go right back at Jake Wilshire, who tried to establish and jockey for position in the final corner. They head now to the front straight. It's going to be a drag race as they cross the line, starting the new lap here. It's going to be Advantage Schlosser. For now, he is out in front. Who's going to be later on the break? Schlosser had the front line speed. And he is going to get that position done and dusted. Matt Schlosser, your guy to watch here. As he is trying to track down this leader, I take it back. He's going to concede the position back to Jake Wilshire. So maybe a little bit of a talking to from the stewards, from his race team. Maybe he feels that the contact was not in a race-like motion. As we'll go back and take a look at it, Matt Schlosser, I mean, he did mess up the corner, but Jake Wilshire had the advantage. Matt Schlosser gave him the room on the outside. Jake Wilshire could have kept his line going. That's... I mean, it's a little bit of a brute force move, but he broke no rules whatsoever. So Matt Schlosser succeeding that position just out of the kindness of his own heart. That's just what the GOAT commissioner does around here. Matt Schlosser, if you guys are not aware, if you're a new viewer to the special stage, Matt Schlosser is your head honcho here at Special Stage. He puts all the series and stuff together. So big shout out to Matt for seeking out Racer Nexus Broadcasting and trusting us with the responsibility of delivering his races a professional broadcast. We appreciate you, Matt. And he's just a good and nice guy. So giving back that position to Jake Wilshire. That doesn't mean he's going to let him keep it, though. Heavy on the back bumper is Matt Schlosser. Coming down to turn number 1. It's going to be a very, very heavy braking zone. Who's going to be better on the brakes? That BMW able to mount those curbs a lot better than the Aston Martin can, and you can tell as we head around turn number 3 now, heading to turns number 4 and 5. It's going to be another left-right chicane, as Matt Schlosser cannot seem to keep up with the BMW in the chicanes. We all know the Aston Martin will have the better straight line speed, though. As we head on board here with Matt Schlosser for just a little bit, we see him piloting that number 400 Aston Martin Vantage, coming through to the high-speed left-hander before we head down the hill into the valley. Very, very important that you get your car set correctly here. A little bit hard on the brakes and you can go spinning around and around. It's off camber for every single stage of the corners. So very, very difficult to take indeed. As you see there, the old mother. As I need to step away for 1 second, I do apologize, but Matt Schlosser has been a force here at IMOLA. Will ride on board with the boss man for his next lap here at IMOLA. There is your number 400 Matt Schlosser Interstellar SRV Aston Martin. As we've got 3 minutes left here, Adam Boyslard posting your purple lap with a 150.72. He is looking to do all the right things here tonight and get himself a nice finish. That is going to be Joe Cicchetti, who is off the track out of turn number 3. So a little bit of a Code Brown moment there for the Frito Sport driver of that number 11 Ford Mustang. Matt Schlosser, you heard it in the onboard. He was getting bogged down by those curbs on the chicanes. That is where the advantage of the BMW comes into play. And as we boil down here, we've got 1 lap to go when they get back to the start-finish line. It's going to be Hege, Wilshire, Schlosser as we set up the final lap. We'll go to your grid view. We'll see if our flag man, Barney, is waving the white flag as Josh Hege comes around the silence before the chaos. Flagman Barney has the white flag, and he's waving it high and proud for Josh Hege there. Wilshire, Schlosser, Boyslard, Gunter, Brody Gunter makes it back into your top 5 as he had a crash from Zach Miller in the beginning. He has worked his way back to P5. That's going to be Brody Gunter off the circuit, though. That's not going to be good for the likes of the 01 camp. He sits in P5, but that's surely going to be some sort of a slowdown or a time penalty. Ahead we look. Jake Wilshire, Matt Schlosser, Adam Boyslard trying to get his name into that mix. He's going to have to work his way up there fast. He's only got 1 final lap to do it. Josh Hege now hitting the halfway point in the lap. He is looking all right. We'll get that timing tower back up for you as we head to our final little bit of the race here. Schlosser trying to take this P2 position over. Into the final chicane they go before they move down the hill into the final 2 corners. It's going to be a very, very good chicane for the Aston Martin. Will that prove to be enough as he gets a very good run heading down the hill here? It's now or never. Matt Schlosser is going to concede his 3rd place position to Adam Boyslard. So as they cross the line, it's going to be Josh Hege who gets the win at Imola. Jake Wilshire gonna make it P2, Adam Boyslard P3, Matt Schlosser P4, Brody Gunter fights back for a P5, Zach Miller in your AMG P6, Joe Cicchetti P7, Austin Derrick P8, Brandon Carl going to be your last finisher here at P9. Travis Fleming, Alex Zekas not on the track anymore. Woo! What a heat race number 2 that was. What a race in general. As it's going to be a very, very special day here for the likes of Josh Hege. I said it at the top of the broadcast. He needed a win here tonight, and that's exactly what he did. Very, very good result here for the kid, Josh Higgy. And as we wait for the interviewers to roll in, here are your results from heat race number 2. It is going to be Higgy, Wilshire, Boyce Lard, Schlosser, Gunter, Miller, Schicchetti, Derek, Carl, Fleming, Zekas, and Cunningham not taking to the track. Very, very fun race to watch. We'll give you Heat 1 results as well. That one saw Gunter, Zekas, Boyce Lard, Wilshire, Schlosser, Higgy, Derek, Miller, Carl, Schicchetti, Fleming, and of course Cunningham, who did not take to the track. It was a very, very fun race. We head to New Hampshire next week. But for right now, we gotta get our race winner in the booth. Josh Higgy, your heat race number 2 winner here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Josh, it's been a long time coming. I say it in a lot of these special stage broadcasts that you find yourself in good spots, and unfortunately, whether it be luck, whether it be one simple mistake, you always seem to not be able to connect. How's it feel finally connecting here tonight at IMOLA?
Well, shit, man. I don't like to win that way all the time. I don't think I overcooked it too much. Sorry for I slowed down. I think I spun somebody out. And I don't know who I spun out, so I slowed down on the straight and just let somebody by, and don't like to win them that way all the time, but I have next to no seat time in these things, so I'm still trying to get up to pace in them. Definitely didn't feel comfortable banging as much as those guys were. For a while, I was content just to sit back, but I don't know if we just got, I don't know, different line. That corner's going downhill too, so you got to be on the brakes early. So I'll go back and look the replay, see where I could do better. Hopefully he's not discouraged too much if it's his first race or whatever. So I apologize to him. Yeah, I spun in the first race on cold tires and just shifting gears from first to second while it was loaded up on cold tires. I didn't like that.
Yeah, well,
that's about it.
Well, you got it done, though. All of that aside, you got it done here in heat race number 2. But I want to shift your focus to next week. You're going to New Hampshire. Now, you had your first 2 weeks. They were in America. Now you hop over to Europe. You're going back to an American course for week 4 here of the special stage GT4 series. Is that a place you're looking to be confident in, or is it going to have to be, just kind of wait and see?
Usually just show up and do the 1 hour practice. Usually if I got time, I'll hop in before. I think I've been there in a GT3, but it seems to have hurt me this race. Taking some GT3 lines in some spots really doesn't work. So I'm still learning how to drive. My PC is running a little better, so I'm still getting used to that as well.
Yes, sir. Well,
so we'll see.
Yeah, you had a fantastic night here tonight. Hope to see you back in the booth next week at New Hampshire. But before I let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank or shout out here for the performance tonight?
Is this on Racer Nexus right now?
Yes, sir. You sure are. Racer Nexus.
Racer Nexus, Matt, and I don't know who else helps him organize all this stuff. I thought I was just going to do one league race this season and another league I'm doing, and then they got all sorts of stuff on the schedule, and I can just hop in and drive, and usually do okay and not wreck people, but sometimes it happens. I usually pride myself in my clean driving. Not so much tonight, but we'll see. So yeah, that and Craig and my mom. And that's about it. Go IU. I'm playing tomorrow.
Well, thank you for the kind words, and yeah, go IU. Hopefully, we'll see you back here in the booth next week at New Hampshire, but you get out of here and celebrate your heat race number 2 winner, Josh Heege. So that is going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a fantastic time. My name, of course, Mac Nelson, on behalf of Racer Nexus Broadcasting. You're watching a special stage series. They got stuff on Mondays. I'll be back tomorrow for the special stage Street Stock Monday. Same time, 8 p.m. Central. Be here on the Racer Nexus channel. If you'd like your league broadcasted, please contact Rob. You can do that in the link below. Thank you to Apex Sim Racing. Use code RacerNexus for 5% off. Shout out to Track Cams for Gourmets. That's trackcams22.com for all your car and camera, or for all your car and track cameras you see on the Racer Nexus broadcast. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.